Okay. Great. Okay. Let me just share our live broadcast because the minute I start talking, I won't have time anymore to do this. All right. Hello. Good afternoon. Kumusta po kayo? Ni hao. And welcome to episode 9 of Pageantry Norms Season 2. My God, time really flies so fast. It's already episode 9, and next week it will be the season 2 finale. And believe it or not, I haven't decided yet on what is going to happen for the season 2 finale next week. But that's getting far ahead of the story. Let's focus on today first because this is episode 9, and actually, this episode I was supposed to do this more than 2 weeks ago, but because it somehow clashed with the Miss Universe Philippines finals and the preliminaries and among our predictions episode, so I had to push it to November 8th. Well, good thing because I have all my guests to myself this afternoon instead of having them attending different pageant guestings left and right. And you can meet them virtually and enjoy their company and know them better as persons beyond the titles or beyond whatever serious advocacy or ideas they usually talk about during the competition. So this afternoon, we will have all the winners of Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines 2020. All six of them. Of course, led by the top winners, Justine and Cassandra, and their court made up of Kevin and Camille, and then Don and Annie. Yeah. The nice thing about Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines is that it has already expanded in terms of having winners coming from different parts of the Philippines. Like this year, one is from Tacloban, another one is from Pangasinan, then the rest is from Manila, different parts of the metro. It only goes to show that the reach of the pageant has already widened. Actually, it already started widened a couple of years back, but now it has turned even more far-reaching, especially now that the digital platform is already in place. And it's never easy. It's ay nako. Shout out to Jeron Oshana. Hi, Tito Norman, you're so fresh. Thank you naman po. Maraming salamat po sa Happy Skin at saka sa Anessa na ginagamit ko. Diyos ko, nag-promote pa daw. Hindi. My God. Anyways, nadidistract ako pag ganyan. Let's go back to our topic for today. Our guests for today are all Filipino-Chinese individuals who have proven themselves worthy of being called the leaders of the new rice movement of started by the Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines organization. And we will talk to them one by one. Let's start first with uh, the main winners themselves. Let's call on Mr. Chinatown Philippines 2020 from Tacloban, Justine Philippe Yap. Hello, Justine.
Hi, Tito Norman.
Hello,
How
how are you,
are
Justine?
you?
I'm always good, especially when I just had my shower an hour ago, had my face done a little bit,
Fresh
and
na fresh, Tito.
yeah, although I was not able to eat any kind of Chinese food yesterday, of course,
Yeah.
Justin. But just the same, how are you, Justin?
Doing great, Tito. I'm so happy. I'm currently actually here right now in Manila.
Yes, I know you are. And were you stressed you finally flew to Manila and you had to take a lot of swab tests and everything.
Yeah, I mean it's quite strict. I mean the hotels here aren't accepting masyado like from outside NCR. So we need to have our
Mm.
swab test and antigen test before entering into hotels. And then it's
You
like our
mean you mean you
paperwork
mean
is lying.
before checking in at the hotel, you
Yes,
had to do
yes,
to
yes.
have your swab test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because Justin, you're not staying naman in a hotel that's just a run of the mill. You're staying at one of the bigger ones, so of course they're very,
Yes, yes.
very cautious about that. So how is Tacloban now? Is Tacloban happy with your victory, Justin?
Yes, Tito. I mean, they're really happy. To be honest, like even until now, I still receive a lot of messages that from people that I don't know from Tacloban saying that just extending their congratulations to me talaga. But of course, as I keep on saying naman, Tito, the win talaga is not all about me lang eh. Kasi without their support, without everyone's support beside me, I think I wouldn't be here even talking to you right now, Tito Norman.
Yeah, because yeah, like the saying goes, it takes a village to produce a winner, so to
Yes,
speak. So
true. That's true. That's very
you
true.
need to you need to get all the support that you can get, and good for
Mm-hmm.
you that Tacloban City is well, they really extended their all out support for you, not only
Yes.
during the finals but even during the all the preliminary activities that you had um, prior to the entire competition lasted just for
A
practically
month.
a
Mm.
month. Yeah, but just the same, this headdress of the Guarina is really a showstopper. And
Yeah.
when my God, ano ba yan? Justin, ang dami may crush sa'yo, naluloka ako ha. Marami nagsasabi, ay
Wow.
nako, teka, naluloka lang ako sa'yo, kaya nga ako nagpula ngayon para for good luck eh. But anyways, how is your family taking your victory? Are they happy as well?
Yes, Tito Norman, like all my family members are really happy. Kasi like especially my dad and my mom and my brother, they actually know that how much I really wanted it ever since. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like they're really full support, as in from the start till the end. Even yesterday during our photo shoots, contract signing, they were really there the whole day for me sa all the hotels here, Hilton.
Yeah. Natutuwa lang ako, Justin, because the way you project yourself now is it's talaga a big improvement
Thank you,
from
Tito.
your concierge-ish, front desk-ish peg more than a month back. Kumbaga
Yes,
parang
yes.
it's not like you're always attending to guests, putting in requests for dinner reservations and stuff like that. You are more relaxed now, and I like the way that your hair is a little messy all the time because it has to be like that. Yeah, you must
Siyempre,
have had a
Tito.
very good coach during the
Yes, Tito.
competition, huh?
I was about to say that
I,
pa lang na, syempre magaling yung coach natin. The person who really guided me. It was really good and very helpful. I'm so thankful to that person talaga.
Nakakatuwa naman yan. Let's recommend him one of these days to other people because he might turn out
Yes, of course.
winners also as well. Justin,
Definitely. Yes,
oo.
Tito.
And when you finally met your fellow winners yesterday, you met Cassandra, you met Don, you met
Mm.
Kevin, you met Annie and Camille. Um, how was it? No? Kumusta ang feeling when you finally got together?
It wasn't awkward, surprisingly. Kasi we had this parang feeling before when like we were in Zoom, we were hoping like sana naman when we meet each other there will be no awkward feeling. And then surprisingly dito there was no awkward feeling talaga. So it's like whatever we translate, it was just whatever we felt sa Zoom namin. We translated it lang to the people to people, face to face lang talaga. And then we even had our advanced gift giving Tito Norman. Like we exchange gifts kami ng mga
You did?
winners, yes. Plus sila
Mm-hmm.
Ayamiko, organizers. So we were just it was really a fun meeting and I was so happy. I was so happy that I at at last I finally met everyone talaga.
Mix change gift na kayo ang aga-aga, no? Siguro naman sa
Yes.
December. Sa December, maghihintay na rin ako ng exchange gift sa December or somewhere during the holidays, no? Kumbaga, pwede na naman ng mga delicacies or something like that from
Yes,
province,
syempre.
stuff like that. Okay,
Papadalhan saan
Justin,
tayo, Tito? Yes,
ay
sige.
nako, Diyos ko, aabangan ko yan. Baka mamaya, tapos ng Pasko, wala pa yan, ha?
Hindi. As soon as I go
Nakakaloka.
to Tacloban, Tito, that's for sure. Kasi actually, like, example, si Aya Don, yung mom niya, nagustuhan niya yung muron. So I was like, I was happy that they liked the delicacy. So I'm gonna send to Aya Don din yung muron for for his mom.
My God, pag yung moron, it has to be, alam mo ba ako kasi when it comes to moron, I have to eat it almost at the same time that it was bought. Kasi nga, it's like suman eh. Parang suman tamales siya. And I don't even want to refrigerate it anymore because the minute I put it inside the refrigerator, the following day I won't be in the mood to eat the moron anymore
Oh,
kasi
it's
it's cold na.
great eaten hot, Tito. You can
Kaya
microwave it.
nga, gusto ko talaga yung hindi microwave. Gusto ko yung
I see, I see.
talagang parang hot pandesal ba?
Yes,
Kaya
yes.
the last time I was in Tacloban, I made sure that I bought some of the moron talagang fresh before I went to the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
Justin, let me talk to the other our other
Sure,
guests
Tito
first before
Norman.
we
No
go into a
problem.
group discussion. Okay, our next guest for this afternoon is our Miss Chinatown Philippines 2020. I don't think she's a stranger anymore to most of the pageant followers because she took part in last year's Philippine Pilipinas. So the familiarity is already there, especially with the name and her talent, of course. Now, friends, please help me welcome. She's living in San Juan City now, but I know that last year she also represented Bacolod. Let's welcome Cassandra Chan, the ballerina. Hi, Cassie.
Hi, Tito Norms. Nice to see you again.
Yes,
Looking
Cassandra.
great, looking fresh.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's with the help of ring light, a little foundation there, some concealer here, and a lot of guts and confidence to face, even if I'm guessing people who are more than half my age.
Confident
Nakakaloka.
lang yan.
Yeah. Yeah. Ito, first question ko sa'yo, because this is very applicable to you. Um, Everyone knows, well, pageant followers know that you took part in last year's Binibining Pilipinas, and you have already experienced a traditional national pageant. And this year, you joined and won Miss Chinatown Philippines in a completely different platform. Okay. Now, there's no sense comparing the two because talagang iba eh. Ibang-iba talaga yung dalawa. But my question
Mhm.
is this, um, how do you manage your confidence when you're always presenting yourself virtually? Yung parang,
Mhm.
oh, there's no physical interaction, you're always facing the camera. How do you even try to quantify or qualify the confidence na nagigain mo or hindi mo pa nagigain during the preliminary
Mhm.
activities?
That's a great question, Tito, because as you all know, I've been dancing for so long. So I get a lot of my energy from the audience and from the stage. And parang nagaganahan ako when I see people watching me. But for here, I think I really want to experience what Mr. and Miss Chinatown was like. Because when I asked our pageant heads, nagtanong muna ako, is it going to be 100% online pageant or will our finals be all in person? So I really wanted to experience this 100% online virtual experience. So for me, what I try to do is um, I wanted to be more authentic since I know there's going to be more interviews. I know it's going to be more on communication. So I really focus on that instead of mga pabonggahan na eksena dyan, which I really love. I love to dance and I love to showcase my talents. So, but for this Mr. and Miss Chinatown movement, I wanted to focus on communication and talking to other people. So it's very different for me.
Alam mo kasi, I've already covered all the past editions of Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines in the old normal. And knowing that you are a ballerina, I know that you will nail the talent competition kung nasa old normal tayo. Kasi I've witnessed the actual talent competitions they have na ginagawa nila usually sa Lucky Chinatown sa Binondo or somewhere in Pasig na talagang pabonggahan din sa mga talents. And, Diyos ko, yung talent mo naman, hindi naman pwedeng ismulin ang talent mo sa pagsayaw ng ballet, no? So, kumbaga, given na Miss Talent ka kung nagkaroon ng talent competition talaga.
Naka-ready nga, Tito Norms, yung gagawin ko nga for talent competition.
Oo. Pero actually, natutuwa ako because the part of the competition where yung may Chinoy inspiration, somehow you channeled the photo doon sa yung parang naka-ballet shoes ka. Not this photo kasi sa headdress ito eh. Pero noong yung Chinoy inspiration nyo na you were wearing the ballet flats, the shoes.
Yes, the toe shoes.
Oh, yung toe shoes. Oh my God. Kung mga jargon ng mga malay ko ba? The toe shoes. Was that your idea na ganun ang maging peg noong may Chinoy inspiration?
Actually, it came up medyo biglaan, Tito, because I really wanted food kasi I love pancit. That's actually my favorite merienda. So when I researched on it, wow, sakto Filipino-Chinese origins. So the Chinese flair is just something I wanted to do lang, just to showcase what I do and showcase what I love to show everyone, which is ballet. Medyo yes, Chinese yung style.
Natutuwa lang ako doon because it's actually like a creative parang creative genius na kaisip na gano'n na you were holding on a plate of food but kitang-kita yung toe shoes mo na parang ay nakakatuwa talagang there's no way of not knowing that you dance ballet, hindi ba?
Thank you, Tito. Yes, I wanted to put two and two together.
Yes, yun nga maganda doon because you were able to show something about yourself in just one photo and no need to explain a lot.
Yes, Tito.
Ito question ko sa'yo. At what part of the competition did you actually feel that hey, parang I think I have a good chance of doing well here? Was there any part of the competition na you thought of that or what?
Actually, Tito, with this roster, if you notice, all of the candidates, all 24 of us, are very eloquent and very smart. And I noticed that during our first challenge, which was the press presentation, while I was listening to everyone's answers, kakatuwa talaga because all of us have very different personalities and very different walks of life. So I'd say this. There were many who, parang kakabahan ako, as in they're really trying to go for the top talaga. So it was very nice. I love this friendly competition. And it was nice because all of us were friends. Honestly, we would go online after our activities and we would just talk as normal friends. So it was a nice, fresh, very, very fresh Tito, because we're only 24 kasi. So it was nice that we weren't a lot. So I think to answer your question, Tito, I was very grateful that during the press presentation, that of course you all were there. So that I think that was the time where I noticed, not that I knew that I was getting ahead of the competition, but more of that Chinatown was looking for, Mr. and Miss Chinatown was looking for a winner that would have more communication skills and someone that can connect with other people online on the virtual realm, because all of us are at home because of the lockdown. So I thought about that and reflected on that idea. So I wanted to push that through my performance over the next couple of weeks.
Ang nakakatuwa lang kasi is the fact that you won Darling of the Press during the press presentation. Of course, alam mo naman yung award na yun, you should have half expected it na, because when pageant media covers a competition, they're immediately drawn to the familiar names and faces. Eh. Kasi syempre, familiar sila sa'yo. O, di siya sabi ko, sino ibaboto nyo? Sige, okay, ganun. Yeah, kasi syempre, it's human nature. Eh.
Yes.
You are drawn to the familiar name and face right away, and you see if she has improved. And what I think, sabi nga iba ko mga colleagues sa media, parang okay, she's in her comfort zone now. She knows she can do this. Ako, di ba tinanong kita kung at what point in the competition na medyo na-feel mo? Ako, tanungin mo sa akin yun, at sabihin ko sa'yo, press presentation pa lang, alam ko na ikaw ang siguradong top 3. Siguro, well, ano ko ganun ako pag may gut feel ako, pag sabi ko, top 3 na to. Hindi ko lang masabi na siguradong title na agad. Pero sabi ko, top 3 na to, sigurado sa girls.
Thank you, Tito. Can I share something actually?
Yes, because, Cassandra.
Talking about the press presentation, it's been a couple of months since Bini Bini kasi, and my experience with Bini Bini, it was my first pageant, so I tried to, be someone else, but I was a newbie, so I had to alter my performance because it was my first time. But now this is my second pageant. I felt very confident in myself because I didn't want to be anyone else but Cassandra Chan. So I tried to showcase that, my personality and what I do in life. So I think that really helped me, just being myself.
Ang nakakatuwa lang kasi nung Cassandra is you decided to do that just when the platform has shifted from the traditional to digital. So,
yes.
My impression has always been that when you do virtual competition, you double the effort all the time.
Yes.
Unlike if it's a physical or spectator event, you're giving you 100%. But when you're doing it virtually, you need to give your 200% because there's a wall. There's technically a wall separating you from the judges, from the people watching. So you need to really double your effort all the time. So, sabi ko nga sa iyo if you're just in a ballet studio right now, I will ask you to dance ballet and do your favorite steps, do a pirouette, and stuff like that. But of course, that would be. Let's give a big shout out to Miko Araneta, who's watching right now. Hello, Miko.
Hi, Miko.
Yeah. And also a shout out to Joyce Martinez, to Andrew Apilado, Mayisuki. And mamaya, pag may questions sa kanila, we will throw it to you. Now, for the meantime, Cassandra, let me talk to our other guests first before we go into a group discussion a little later. Our next guest, well, he always says that he needs to look good all the time because looking good for him comes naturally, I think. Mr. Chinatown first runner-up, Kevin Christopher T. Hello, Kevin.
Hi, Tito Norman. Thanks for having
us.
Hello,
how are you? How are you?
Good. Very, very good.
Very good. So, are you looking good this afternoon?
I try my best. Nakaligo ko lang for this interview.
Oh my God. Iba talaga pag gwapo, iba talaga, hindi ba, Kevin? No? Ang hirap, no? Ito, I have a question for you, Kevin, because a lot of people know, okay, nakikita, they see you. Okay, Kevin is good looking, but they don't really know much about you. In a nutshell, what do you do, or what's so special about you, Kevin?
All right. Okay, so in a nutshell, I work as a financial advisor. So I spread financial literacy to people all over Manila. And now since
Mhm.
everything's digital, I've been able to capture markets from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao also. And in my spare time, I do CrossFit. CrossFit, it's a combination of weightlifting, gymnastics, and cardio. And I also do TV commercials sometimes.
Familiar kaya sa akin? What TV commercials have you appeared in, Kevin? Can you can say
Yeah.
the brand.
For, for this year, I was in Lazada, SNBC, and Chowking.
Oh, I should check it out on YouTube. The YouTube
Yeah, I also
app
posted it on my
later.
Instagram.
So you must be a very familiar face in all these commercials already, Kevin. And joining Mr. Chinatown must have really helped widen your reach,
Yeah, it
especially
did.
that you are a financial advisor for one
Yeah.
of the bigger companies, and you need to be well connected. You have to have a good network, kasi, in order to really excel in that job. How long have you been doing that, Kevin?
Siguro, I think 4 years now. 4 years and September. 4 years and 3 months.
Oh, talagang bilang na bilang niya yung length of time, no?
Yeah.
You graduated from, ano ka ba? Green Archer ka ba o Blue
Yes,
Eagle?
yes. DLSU, where I took up finance. So I've been in finance
Financial
my whole life. Yeah,
Management,
management.
MFI,
Yes,
MFI.
yes, correct. Management of financial institutions.
Well, FYI, Kevin, I used to teach in De La Salle Taft. I
Oh,
taught there for
really?
9 years. It was a part-time thing, but we did. I'm not sure. Hindi mo na siguro naabutan because they had a career orientation program there, the Orient 3, which we did for 9 years. But yeah,
Wow.
and there was a point in time when I was teaching in La Salle that we were given the freedom to choose which college we want to teach in, or what kind of courses we wanted to teach in. And I rarely choose to teach MFI students. You know why?
Why?
Because like MFI, like accounting majors, your career focus is already more or less in place. You already know where to find yourself working after. So there's really not much headroom to work around with. Unlike if I teach those in liberal arts,
Yeah.
then there's really a lot of suggestive activities where we try to focus on their career choices. But ask me what my favorite college is in De La Salle University, Kevin. It's
Can I make a guess?
yes, please.
Is it liberal arts also?
Well, kind of. In terms of the teaching, yeah, but in terms of the excitement, it's the College of Engineering. You know why?
Why? How come?
Because it's well, they're not exactly the most behaved students of all, and it's exciting because you can never tell what will happen next. Like you start a class in the morning, you break them up for lunch, and then after lunch, you would see one of them already has bruises. Someone has got in a fight with another student because of basketball and stuff like that. Things like that that are so unpredictable. Yeah, but if I
Yeah.
teach majors of MFI majors, yeah, okay. So it's like I'm talking to a group of bank executives, and every time I would suggest career options, it would always go back to talking about money,
Yeah.
capital, finances, and stuff like that. So, Kevin, my question for you is this: what makes you a less boring person, Kevin? Tell me. Okay, tell me what makes you what's one thing about you that I cannot tell just by looking at you?
Mm. That's a tough
Baka,
question.
baka CrossFit na naman yung sabihin mo. Ah. Tell me something that somehow you do for fun, but not all the time, but something that people or your family or your close friends would think of anecdotes about you, na parang about that thing.
Okay. So actually, back in college, while I was taking management of financial institutions, I was also part of the LSU swimming team. So that's what made me.
All right. Well, now that we're talking something interesting.
Yeah, so I've been swimming my whole life. It's maybe 9 years old to 22, mga ganun.
So you were part of the swimming team. So which means that you competed in the
UAE,
UAAP, yeah.
part of the UAE.
So what event were you always included in?
I was good at the breaststroke. Breaststroke and freestyle were my top strokes. Then I won a
And
medal
what the-
my first year
yeah.
for freestyle.
So what's your personal best in freestyle? Well, wait a minute. Before I ask that question, are we talking of 50 meters or 100 meters or 200 meters?
200 meters.
All right. What's your personal?
Mid-
Oh my God. My God, I asked the question as if I'm a swimmer. It's just that I observe a lot of events. So what's your personal best? What's your personal best in 200-meter freestyle?
At the time, where I was 2 minutes 10 seconds, mga ganun.
All right. What? But you won a medal. What medal was that for?
The bronze medal.
For what event? Oh, so which
But that's
means
my one
that.
and only medal my whole stay.
Oh, but when did you start lying low on swimming after graduating from?
Yeah, after college.
Uh-huh.
After college,
Oo.
what I did was I stopped sports for a while. And then after a year, I started to gain a little weight. And then one of my office mates told me to try CrossFit. And then since then, that's been my sport now.
So, which means that when you gained a little weight, Kevin, the abs, you lost the abs. Absent na ang abs mo.
Yeah, with an
After
absent.
that.
Yeah.
My God. I'm trying my best to squeeze out your sense of humor, Kevin. Kukurutin na kita dyan. Sabi ko, ano ba to? Hindi ko siya mapalabas yung kanyang humorous side. My God. Is there any tell me a joke, but I'm not sure you can tell me a joke now. But anyway, Kevin, how do you sum up your experience in Mr. Chinatown? Oh.
Well, it's been really fun. Siguro what I really learned during this whole Chinatown thing was I wasn't really that good into speaking. I'm not really good with I'm not really good with jokes. I'm not really too wordy. But the activities that we did, nag-write kami ng mga parang essays to post. And then we've been doing a lot of video logs and then mga question and answers also. So I think I got a little bit better on talking during this part.
Wait, Kevin, before we continue, let me just give a big shout out to Auntie Lorraine who's watching us. Auntie Lorraine Tan is watching us. Hello po again. Yeah. So would you say, Kevin, that your personality really improved during Mr. Chinatown?
Pero kailangan mag-improve pa, parang ganun.
Okay, I asked this question to Cassandra earlier, but was there any part in the competition when you felt that you might have a good chance of doing very well? Was there?
Actually, to be honest, I wasn't really confident that I was going to reach the top. I was just really happy na kasali ako. And then one thing that stood out, kasi before the coronation night, they were announcing the winners. And then when they announced me for the headpiece, parang that's the time na naisip ko, parang may chance pala ako. And then I really trained pa for the Q&A. I Googled mga questions para ready ako pagdating na ako.
Kevin, somebody one of our readers, viewers, is asking you this question. It's very you. They keep on looking at the clock behind you, and it's 10 o'clock. Are you in a different country, or is it because you haven't changed the battery of the clock? It's Chan in the morning there. You must be somewhere in wait, what? Dubai or in the Middle East.
I don't know nga dito, Norman. Lagi na isira yan eh. That's actually a new clock eh. We bought one. Kailan ba natin binili? Maybe two weeks ago. Then sira na pala ulit.
Yeah. Well, that's just to that just to really see how. Wait, I just picked up something to see how well you are attending to your the conversation, and of course I've been trying my best to really get your humorous side somehow. But anyway, Kevin, let me speak to our other guests first, and then we'll go into group discussion a little later. Yeah. So now we will talk to the first runner-up counterpart of Kevin, who happens to, well, I cannot really say that uh, her boyfriend is a celebrity. But yeah, the cat is out of the bag, anyways. Friends, please help me welcome. I've been picking up something here from the floor because the connection with my laptop has gotten loose. Okay, let's welcome Camille Buenaventura. Hello, Camille.
Hi, Tito Norman. You look so fresh. I love
My
it.
God, alam mo naman, ang freshness is a very relative thing because, wala naman akong boyfriend na celebrity. Ang iba kasi yan, pag may ganon, yun ang kanilang reason to be fresh somehow. But before we even touch on that topic, which is very interesting, let's talk about you first, Camille. Um,
Diba?
Kasi alam mo naman, I'm so used whenever they would present candidates for Mr. and Miss Chinatown, Philippines. Parang automatic na sa akin, although kababawan lang naman to Camille, hinahanap ko agad yung Chinese surname. Parang ganun
Surname.
ako. Para bang
Yes.
sabi ko, ay, Buenaventura. Siguro mother niya ang Chinese. Parang ganun. Tell us something about yourself that, some fun facts about yourself lang, Camille, ha? Nothing that is too serious as to make you look like a lecturer.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, my surname is but we bought the surname, so it's actually a thing way back where you buy surnames, Filipino surnames for Chinoy, so that you kind of sound like them. So Buenaventura is a bought surname, and my mother is Chinese, my father is half Filipino, but we still bought that surname. I'm using my mom's surname actually.
I will ask you,
Ganon. So
okay,
he's still there.
what's your Chinese surname, Camille?
My Chinese name is Ong.
So it should have been Camille Ong, but it's Camille
Yes.
Buenaventura. Ang
Yes.
haba-haba naman kasi, Buenaventura. 5 syllables,
Pero
my goodness.
unique ito. Pero unique, di ba? Like, when I joined Mr. Miss Chinatown, everyone had Chinese-sounding surnames, and ako lang yung naiiba. So I guess that's what makes me unique.
Ay nako, magpasalamat ka at madali kang matag because, if I keep on typing Buenaventura all the time, parang ang haba-haba naman ang
Haba-haba.
apelido. Oh, if ever. Are you still studying or working ka na, Camille?
Working, Tito. Working in the family business. It's been 4 years. Yeah, I graduated way back. Parang 2014 pa. So 6 years na ako nag-work.
What kind of business is that, if you don't mind my asking?
We do plastic manufacturing. So we do plastic bottles, small caps, gano'n. It's very Chinese na industry, diba, ang manufacturing. So I've been working as the operations head. So I handle parang yung production namin, ganyan. Kaya Monday to Saturday may work ako.
My God, Camille, biglang naaalala ko, bigla na lang pumasok sa utak ko ang kadenang ginto, bigla. Kadenang ginto kasi,
Okay,
the teleserye, puro sardinas naman doon, ang Tapos, parang,
Business.
ano ka ba, Daniela Mondragon ka ba na peg na boss? Or, yung mabait ka naman na operations head?
Ano, Tito, mabait ako. Huwag mo lang ako gagalitin kasi magiging Mondragon ako.
Nakakaloka naman, gagalitin. What will make you angry ba?
When people don't follow my instructions, diba? Parang, I make you do something, tapos hindi mo gagawin, or parang reason sa akin na they forgot about it daw. Parang syempre nakakainit ng ulo yun, Hit Norman, kasi papagalitan ako ng father ko. Ako ang mapapagalitan.
Nakakaloka, pagagalitan siya ni Albert Martinez na daddy niya doon sa mga
Oo.
kadena. Parang talagang, parang teleserye talaga ang
Teleserye
thing,
talaga.
Oo.
Mm-mm.
But what course did you finish in college? At the university?
I actually finished Management Information Systems in Ateneo. So that's an IT course. So I did 2 years in the IT industry before moving into the family business. So it's very different yung background ko.
Pero nakakatuwa lang that, okay, because the family had already a successful business in manufacturing, so you never really got to work as an employee with another company, di ba? Parang straight ka na to the
No, dito,
straight
2
ka?
years, 2 years in the IT industry. 2 years as I actually did mobile app testing. So kunwari sa cellphone may mga nagka-crash ganyan. Dapat hindi namin i-allow yon. Dapat pag-release namin ng apps into the app store is wala na siyang crashes, parang wala na siyang problema. So that's what I did for 2 years.
Have you watched the movie? Ito mag-recommend ang movie kayo. Have you watched the movie Countdown? Not yet.
Not yet ito, not yet.
Okay, watch it. Watch it. I'm not sure if you can catch it on cable or Netflix, but watch it because it's about a mobile app. Nakakaloka lang
Sige,
because
check that out.
yeah, it's a horror movie.
Ay, ito I don't watch horror movies.
Oy, but this is about a mobile app. So ibig sabihin there's a
Mm.
connection. It should interest you somehow. So now
Sige,
let's
dito, I'll try to watch it.
yeah, let's go to something more serious this time. Okay, are you inspired nowadays, Camille?
Of course, dito.
What
I am.
inspires you? What inspires you?
My family, my friends,
Uh-huh.
sige, sabihin ko na, sige, boyfriend ko na rin dito. In-inspire ako sa kanya.
Sino nga siya? Parang teka, sino nga? Ano nga pangalan niya?
Si Aaron Villaflor.
Ay,
so
my
he's
God!
yeah.
Oo, oh my God, ang gwapo niyan. Hindi ba
Guwapo dito.
Hindi ba he's from Baguio? Hindi ba taga Baguio before yan?
He's from Tarlac.
Oo. Pero alam ko kasi when he was launched before by ABS, alam ko parang he
Baguio siya.
Oo, parang Baguio siya noon. Kaya I've always associated Aaron as para bang yung ewan ko gapong-gapo kasi ako sa mga Igorot guys eh. So, kasi na-associate ko siya palagi doon. Pero how long have the two of you been together? Camille?
Actually, Tito, bago lang. Like, we started like this year lang. So, pretty new. Kaya medyo honeymoon stage pa.
Ay, nakakaloka naman yung honeymoon stage na yan. Hindi na nga ako magtatanong. Baka mamaya kung ano pa yung maitanong kung susunod siyan. Ito na lang ang tatanong ko sa'yo. Let's go back to Miss Chinatown, Camille. How did you handle yourself in a virtual competition? Kasi I know that if you had your way, mas gusto mo talaga ng isang pageant a physical pageant where you actually have actual interaction with people. Pero ito, everything was online. Everything was virtual. You had double the effort in all the activities.
Yes,
How did you prepare yourself for
Actually, this is my first pageant. Mr. and Miss Chinatown is my first pageant. And it's very different because it's virtual. And my parents only allowed me to join because it's online and that I wouldn't take time off from our family business. So with Mr. and Miss Chinatown, kasi we do challenges and mga interviews, communication. So those things, I prepare for it after work. So what I like about it is I have my own time. I can do the challenges after work. Parang hindi na bother yung day-to-day life ko talaga. And I don't know anything about pageantry, to be honest. So it's very new. The challenges, parang I thought about it. I would make notes talaga on what to do. So yeah, there's my headpiece.
Mm.
I actually have a team behind me, so they would help
Mhm.
me in with the mga challenges.
Alam mo, nakakatuwa lang kasi, Camille, because feeling ko, even if wala tayong pandemic at nasa normal na, sa old normal tayo, Mr. and Miss Chinatown lang would be the only pageant na papayag ang parents mo na salihan mo. And ako, parang feeling ko talaga, sure na sure ako doon. Hindi ka nila papayagan sumali anywhere else. Pag Chinatown, sige, mako-convince mo sila somehow because, syempre, sa Filipino Chinese community, somehow, it's something that you show unity with them and being part of Miss Chinatown is. So when you were already part of the competition as an official candidate, when did you actually feel na parang ay mukhang lalaban ako dito, mukhang meron akong good chance to do well? Ikaw?
Actually, like what Cassandra said, everyone was so eloquent. Grabe yung mga dinadala nila sa challenges. So, na-pressure talaga ako. But then, to be honest, after the first challenge, parang sinabi ko na, mukhang kaya ko. So, gagalingan ko na talaga. Yun. The
Ay,
first challenge, the one with the brush, my Chinoy inspiration.
nakakaloka. Para bang ano, no? Parang, ay, gagalingan ko talaga to. Kaya ko to, no? But Daniela
Yes
Mondragon
po.
talaga ang ano niya. ang peg niya.
Ang peg.
Yeah.
Strong,
Oh,
independent woman dito.
yun na nga. Oo. Eh, mukha naman, operations head ka. Nako. I can already picture you as the operations head of your company. Feeling ko yan pag kunyari, meron kang staff na medyo one day nalimutan niya yung IQ niya sa bahay. Tapos dumating sa iyo at kulang-kulang sa mga sagot at mga ginagawa. Nako, galit
Mm-mm.
agad siya. Parang,
Ay, grabe.
pumasok ka pa sa trabaho. Hindi mo naman pala dala ang
Mm.
IQ mo. Oh, di ba?
Oh, actually, wala akong patience. Oh, okay, fine. I'm trying to improve on my patience because pag meron akong tinuro, tapos hindi nakuha agad, parang yung patience ko medyo bumaba. But then I'm trying to improve on that na parang hindi na laging mainit ang ulo, hindi na nasa-stress, di ba? Parang
Na,
ikaw, Tito Norms, parang hindi ka nasa-stress, parang useful mo pa rin.
Diyos ko, Camille! Ano lang yan? Dala lang ng makeup yan ng konti. At saka, ano yung quarantine? Yung yan na, Diyos ko, nakakaloka ka talaga.
Mm-mm.
Kay Camille, I'll just talk to our two other guests before we do a group
Sure,
discussion
Tito.
after. Now, let me
Ready.
introduce you now to our Mr. Chinatown second runner-up. Shout out to Peter Pe. Hello there, Doc. He is the Mr. Chinatown second runner-up. Friends, let's welcome. I was joking with him backstage if he's a comedian, a magician, or because of his name, a magician or someone who loves to drink an orange flavored powdered drink every day. Let's welcome Don Tang. Hello, Don.
Hi everyone. Hi Tito Norman. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Actually, before we went on live, I prepared myself a glass of Tang orange juice because I needed to drink something while we're doing a live broadcast. So I was just
Yes.
hoping that the other Tang would perform a magic trick while we're doing the interview, but I don't know. Surprise me if ever. But anyways, Don, how are you?
I am great. It feels good to be here, and I'm glad you're an interviewer because your energy, Tito Norman, is just it just pushes me to give it my all this afternoon. Also,
Yeah, you saw me when I was talking to Kevin. I was really I was like, okay, yeah, yeah. Now, Don, tell me something about you fun facts about you. Don't tell me the serious stuff. Fun facts about you
Yeah.
that people would be interested to know.
Fun facts about me. I think most people would think, just basing off, I guess if they see me across the street or they bump into me in the mall, they would think that, and I get this a lot. People always say, oh, you're probably a health buff or you don't eat a lot. And the thing is, I actually eat a lot. And yesterday, my good friend, Justin Yap, was a witness to that because we had our official photo shoot at Hilton. And of course, they served us lunch. I pretty much ate the whole
Here we
restaurant, and
go
there's no
again.
shame.
Here we go again. He'll be talking about all the food. Go on, continue.
Yeah, I mean,
Continue with the food.
I pretty much ate the whole restaurant, and there's no shame in my game because I like to eat. So yeah,
You know, you Don, you ate the whole restaurant, and because of that, you needed to put some ointment in your lips because you ate so much oil, salty food, and everything that you missed one of the group shots that I posted
yeah,
yesterday.
that
Yeah,
is true.
yeah.
I did. Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah, please
it's a thing that
continue.
goes on. It's just a thing that I've always had as a even as a little boy. I've always had like sensitive lips, and it's usually like a very localized spot. It's not usually the
Mhm.
entire perioral area, and it's a hassle. But you
Oh
know,
my
it's something
god.
that I just
Oh my god. He starts talking about having sensitive lips. And he would talk about oral. Oh my goodness. What has the world gotten itself into? Oh my goodness. Tell that to your girlfriend, Dawn. Tell that to your girlfriend because she needs to be more careful about what she's going to feed you. But anyways,
yeah.
Dawn, what did you finish in college, Dawn?
Yeah, I graduated from Ateneo de Manila University and I took up interdisciplinary studies. And then maybe a little fun fact about me, I was actually in pre-med before that. I've always wanted to become a doctor. Yeah,
Really? If
yeah.
you wanted to be a doctor, why did you take up IS?
You know what? As with most things in life, along the way, you realize sometimes life has different plans for you. And sometimes you also realize that, hey, what I wanted previously, it's not what I think it was. So, you know, early on, it's not, it's sometimes it's a good thing to just nip it in the bud so you can move on with your life and focus on other dreams, right?
You are a born storyteller, Don. You have a way of really turning things around somehow. Yeah, I asked you a question like, oh, you were taking pre-med, then you went to interdisciplinary studies. For what reason? Yeah, but you really know how to explain. Yeah, you know, there are things in life you cannot expect. Somehow you find yourself in the middle of nowhere, and you just end up taking IS,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And it's a good course. I
What?
met a lot of good friends and I have no regrets. IS is,
Yeah.
you guys should try it out.
No,
It's a
no.
good course.
IS is a good course, and there's so many good-looking students taking up IS also. That's a given. Now, the next question, Don, is like, what kind of work are you doing right now?
Oh, well, since graduating from college, I've always been in the business of advertising and I've always focused on digital media, so digital advertising. And for the longest time, I've been working for a media network. So, yeah,
You can say it. What media network?
the Kapamilya Network, ABS-CBN.
So, exactly, what kind of responsibilities did you do for ABS
Yeah,
in digital media? Example.
yeah. Well, as part of ABS-CBN, I was again part of the digital media division, and I was basically doing account management work. So I was a corporate account manager, and I was servicing the different heads of different departments depending on their digital requirements.
What was that? Was that the kind of a kind of job that you envisioned yourself doing after
Yeah.
graduation, or parang the opportunity just landed on your lap? Na parang, hey, there's this good job offer. Or how was it?
Yeah, I think it's something that I've always wanted to do, primarily because I've always gravitated towards advertising, and it's something that my family's been doing as well. My mom has been in the business of advertising as well. My cousins have taken up advertising courses in college. They also went to pursue a career in advertising after school. So yeah, it's definitely something I wanted to pursue. And sometimes I'm actually a very shy guy. I'm a huge introvert, but at the same
Excuse
time,
me? You
yeah,
are a
I
shy
really
guy?
am. I really am,
Oh,
Tito
okay.
Norman. I'm the biggest shy guy on earth. But at the same time, when
Oh,
it comes to work, I find that I enjoy talking to people and working in advertising, especially if it's account management work. That kind of helps me, come out of my shell a little. Yeah.
if you are, as you claim to be, a shy guy, when was the turning point? Like, how were you able to get over it? Something must have happened, yeah, in the past that somehow allowed you to go over the hurdle of being shy and being more relaxed in front of people.
Yeah, you know what? To be honest, I don't think there's been a turning point yet. I really honestly still stand by. I'm a very shy person. Usually, I'm very slow to warm up. But, when the need arises, such as, for example, if we're interviewing now, I don't want to embarrass you and your viewers, right? So I'm just going to try to step up.
My goodness, huh? Ano talaga? Mabuti na lang talaga that I can be a very like, funny energizer when
You
talking to people.
are.
Oo,
You
parang ano,
are.
but you know the nice thing about you, Don, is the way you modulate your voice is it's so loud and clear. It's like yeah, people will automatically listen to you. So you have to be very engaging in the things that you talk about.
Yeah.
Um, do you know have you been told that you look like well, he used to be a singer, a local singer. You look like Dingo Avanzado. Yeah, parang ganun.
Oh, do I? Do I?
But yeah, I don't think you don't even know who Dingo Avanzado is.
No, I
First of
do know
all,
him. I
you
do know
do.
him. Yeah, I do.
He's more identified with LaSalle, not with Ateneo.
Oh, well, that part I didn't know. But I know he sings. I know he sings.
Yeah. Question, Don, what made you decide to make a go for Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines this year?
Ah, okay. Well, I don't want to go into a sub story, Tito Norms, but the context basically behind Mr. and Miss Chinatown for me was I was coming from a place where, and everyone pretty much knows this. Almost 90% of the workforce in ABS-CBN were let go in August
Yes.
because of
Mhm.
the non-renewal of the franchise. So, that kind of took a toll on me for a while because I didn't really want to leave my job. So, coming from a negative experience, I just wanted to do something positive for myself, trying to turn it around. And to me, there was nothing to lose. And somehow, the nature of Mr. and Miss Chinatown this year made it a little closer to my heart just because I've been doing digital media for the past 6 years, and the event is also digital. I wanted to do an ode to really who I am, what I do, and what this event stands for 2020. Yeah.
Nakakatuwa, shy guy daw siya. But every time he tries to explain something, alam mo, hindi pwede kasi yung shy guy when we go to digital marketing, account management, and stuff like that. You really need to step up every time in order to for clients to even listen to what you're going to say. So, big shout out to Jacob Muniz, former Mr. Chinatown Philippines. Hello, Jacob. Thanks for
Hi,
watching.
Jacob.
Uh, so, Don, did you even feel that you would do well in Mr. Chinatown?
You know what? I'll be very honest. I'd be lying if I say that I didn't think I would do well. But here's the thing, Tito Norman. So at certain points, I feel like, okay, I think I can do this. But as you see everyone's output roll out, that's when you get scared because you'll realize, I should have thought about, I think this guy did so well, or I think I should have said that too. So I feel like, yes, I would be lying if I say, at some point I thought, yeah, kaya ko to. But yun nga, along the way, that's when you get scared, and that's when you kind of sort of second guess yourself. So yeah.
Alam mo, Don, naloka ako sa isang comment dito. Babasahin ko lang for you. Don's
Yeah.
well-sculpted nose reflects that of Buddha behind him. Yeah. Nakakaloka ang mga comments mo, Andrew. Napapansin mo
I
talaga.
know. Ang
Oo.
perceptive naman ni Andrew.
Meron ba, is there a story behind the of the painting behind you daw, Don?
The
Asked
paint.
by Dave Versosa.
Well, there's no real story behind these. It used to be an actual abstract painting, but my mom wanted to change it up, so she bought these two Buddha paintings at the back. But these that you see.
So is
Yeah,
there a story naman daw behind your love life right now, Don?
I
Yun ang
love.
segue doon eh. That's the segue. We go from the
Yeah,
painting and we go to the love life after.
yeah.
So
I mean,
are you inspired nowadays, Don?
uh, I think that's a relative question. If we're
Oh my
talking,
God! May mga relative question pa itong nalalaman.
yeah,
Nakakaloka. Do you have a love life nowadays? Let's be very straightforward.
yeah, I don't. But to the question of inspired Tito Norms, yun. I think naman, I am inspired. Single nga lang.
Yeah, that's very good because a lot of
Yeah.
people would be happy to know that so that there would be no obstacle to worry about. All right. Don, I need to speak to our sixth guest before we go into a group discussion.
All
I
right.
will return to you in a while. Please reserve your energy because I will maintain my liveliness actually.
I know.
Yeah, let's go to our Miss Chinatown Philippines second runner-up. Again, she is another familiar face. You've seen her before during Mutiana Pilipinas and also in the Miss Millennial Philippines. Friends, let's welcome Anie Uson. Hello, Annie. Are you there, Annie?
Hi, Tita
Hi.
Norman. Oh my
Ay,
God.
naloka ako sa outfit naman niya ngayon. Nahiya ako bigla.
Oh my
Para
God,
na,
Tito. I'm really excited to see you. Because, di ba, before, I only get to talk to you during press cons, ganyan. So, I'm really looking forward for this interview.
naloka lang ako because, oh my God, talagang, eto na. Alam mo, eto, I'll be honest with you, Annie, because when I first saw you as an official candidate of Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines, nagulat ako, sabi ko, hi, I didn't know that Annie pala is Filipino-Chinese. All the
Mm-hmm.
while, during Mutianang Pilipinas and Miss Millennial,
Mm-hmm.
hindi pumapasok sa mind ko yon. Tapos,
Oo.
pala, ano yon, yung both your parents ba or your mom or your dad ang Chinese?
Actually, I don't look Chinese, di ba? Pag hindi ako nagsalita ng Chinese, ganyan. So, and syempre, because of my surname, kaya people didn't know na I'm Chinese. So, ayun, I'm actually Chinese, a pure Chinese. Both my parents are Chinese. Yun nga, like Camille, my Uson surname is bot lang din. So, kasi I really asked my parents kung bakit ba like Uson yung surname ko. And I have siblings. We are three in the family. Then we have different surnames then. So yun, so sobrang nagkakagulo lang why we have different surnames, ganyan. So my parents discussed it to us and explained it na we actually bought the surname because para like when we grow older we can like own our business, we can own lands and everything kasi my parents are very Chinese. They came from China pa. So, parang hindi sila legal to handle business and all here in the Philippines. So,
Ito ang tanong ko sa iyo, Ani.
okay.
If you had the chance to choose your own surname at the time na bibili
Mm-hmm.
niyo yung surname, ano sana yung surname ang parang wishful mo na parang, ay sana ganito yung surname ko. Parang, let's be playful lang. Anong
Uh,
surname yung matutuwa ka?
Actually, before, hindi ko pa naisip yan ever, yung question na yan. Pero siguro
Hmm.
right now, gusto ko Hadid. Kasi sobrang like ko si Gigi.
Akala ko naman, isasagot mo sa akin, ang gusto mong surname is Batong Bakal. Para Ani, Batong Bakal.
Bakal.
May nakakatuwa pa kasi the spelling of your Annie is just a single N. Hindi yung usual na A-N-N-I-E.
Yeah,
No?
actually Tito, parang minadali lang talaga nila yung name ko. Kasi I used to have another name before Anie Uson eh. I used to be Maria Luisa Lynn Medina. That was the first name that was bought for me. Pero like, ang dami kasi mali sa papers. So like, niayos nila. So naging Anie Uson.
Nakakatuwa. Ang mga comments sila dito. Kamukha mo raw si Emma Tiglao na Binibining Pilipinas.
Yeah,
Kailan ka daw magbinibining Pilipinas, Ani?
I actually know Ate Emma because we've been in a pageant before together sa Miss Midori Tito, if you're
Yes.
familiar.
Yes, I am. Mm.
So yun, they used to say na parang we're twins. And Ate Emma also agreed kasi the moment that she held my hand, parang sobrang dry din ang hands ko. And same with her. So parang she calls me like long lost sister ko daw siya, ganyan. So it makes me really kilig because you know Ate Emma is super duper pretty talaga, lalo na in person. And regarding joining Binibini, hindi ko pa po siya naiisip dito but I'm planning to join Miss World. But not now, siguro in the future. Yeah.
Ay, tuwa ako. Bigla miss ko. Oy, na po ha. Shout out na po to Miss World Philippines, Mama Ru Arnold. Meron na po dito isang kasali sa
Looking
Miss World
forward.
Philippines.
Yeah.
Ito na yan. At nanonood rin sa'yo ngayon. Siya ang Miss Chinatown Philippines last year, si Nina Tylee. All
Yeah.
smile and glowing ka daw.
Thanks, Nina.
May love life ka siguro ngayon, ano, Ani?
Actually, kabaliktaran nun. Kasi di ba sabi nila, pag galing ka sa breakup, mas nag-glow ka.
Ay!
So, yun.
Meron talagang ganoong, segue. Katatapos. Are you saying na all throughout the virtual competition of Mr. and Miss Chinatown, kabe-break mo lang nun?
Actually, yes, Tito. Siguro, 2 months ago, siguro nag-break up kami 2 months ago. Then I joined Mr. Miss Chinatown. So,
Pero paano ba naman, Ani? Ang hirap namang mag-maintain ng boyfriend kapag naka-quarantine and lockdown. It's really hard. Ano ba yung, doon? Lagi ba kayo mag-Zoom call or ano ba kayo? Mag-face-to-face FaceTime na lang ba all the time?
Oo, pero yun nga nangyari, Tito. Nag-join nung virtual pageant, single ako all throughout. And yung first months talaga, sobrang down talaga ako. But I was able to catch up naman sa pageant. And it's really something na yung Mr. Miss Chinatown, it's really something na it helped me parang to be a better version of myself talaga.
Ay, ang ganda-ganda mo, Ani, no? Nakakatuwa, no? Para lang ako nakatingin sa salamin.
Thank you, Tito, but I think I'm dark. I mean the light. I think my lighting is not that good.
No. Wala yan. Diyos ko. Ako naman sobrang puti, pero actually maitim ako kung tutusin. Masyado lang effective itong sponsor ko ng ring light na pinagmumukha talaga ako. Para sisa all the time. Yeah. Now, we will go into a group discussion para lahat kayo kausap ko ng Ani.
Yes, Tito. Let's do this.
Okay, so direct, ilabas na po natin ang lahat ng ating mga guests na naiinip na rin sila sa backstage at feeling nila nalimutan ko na sila dahil daw ang tagal-tagal ko daw mag-interview dun sa mga Mr. Chinatown. Bakit daw pag mga Mr. Chinatown ang haba ng interview ko? Bakit daw pag Mr. Chinatown mabilis sa interview ko? Ay, hindi naman po ganon. It just so happens that I feel very parental sa mga Miss Chinatown ladies. Sanay naman ako pag mga girls ang in-interview ko, parang mga anak natingin ko dyan. Pag mga guys ang in-interview ko, I look at them as parang new acquaintances, parang newly met friends, mga ganoon. Ngayon, ito, let's go just a little serious this time. You know for a fact that more than a pageant, Mr. and Miss Chinatown, they call it a movement. It's a movement more than a pageant. Now, the question is this. how can you actually translate into action yung whatever the movement is trying to achieve as an objective? What do you plan to do about this? No, like some of you are in between jobs right now. Some of you are actively working. Pero what do you really plan to do about it? No, sa movement. What's playing in your head right now na you will do for the remaining parts of your reign as winners of Mr. and Miss Chinatown? Justin and Cassandra, we'll start with you.
Sure. Tito,
Cass, you
hello.
want to
Cassie.
start?
Sure. What's great, Tito, is that we all met up yesterday with Mr. and Miss Chinatown organization and Chinoy TV. And the beauty with all of us is that we all have an advocacy and we all come from different walks of life. So actually, all of us have plans already for our individual efforts for this movement. So, like for me, I plan on uh, having classes actually for children with special needs. I was actually supposed to do that before Mr. and Miss Chinatown. Mga January pa lang, I was working now with the Cerebral Palsy Foundation of the Philippines, but hindi natuloy because of the lockdown. So hopefully, I could do that with Mr. and Miss Chinatown now. So we're starting to talk. Since the lockdown is easing up, I think we're going to have more donation drives. We're going to have more activities. So as the lockdown lessens, that's the time we can actually go on ground and help more people.
Okay. Justin, how about you?
Yes, Tito Norman. So actually, it was so nice to meet all the six candidates, all the six winners yesterday among us. And then we were also very lucky that we met sila Uncle Wilson, Sir Alvin, and then sila Achi Pep, wherein they will be the one to handle us actually for all the projects that we would like to do and implement during our reign as Mr. and Miss Chinatown 2020. So for me personally, I do have plans already. Like example, for December, I do have plans, but it will be done in Tacloban City as well. On like example, we do have price for. I think I'm allowed to say the Tabasco brand gave us like 10,000 worth of GC for Mr. and Miss Chinatown 2020 yata. And then I'm planning to use all that GC and then buy some product for the kids naman since they have a lot of brands under it that will be given out for December. And then simple actions yata Tito. It doesn't need to be a very big act to show or to help. Kasi as what I keep on repeating, like the pandemic, we don't know when it will end. So I think we should already start to do something. It shouldn't hinder us from helping our society naman. And I think one last we didn't get to talk about is as a group, as the six of us, and even the other candidates who joined this movement, what can we do together and then just combine all our advocacy to help the society in our own little way.
Grabe. Justin, ang cute-cute mo ngayong hapon. My God, para akong na-mesmerize. Oh, ano ba yan?
Thank you, Tito.
Ano ba yan, Cassandra?
Tito
Yung
ngayon
partner
eh.
mo, talagang ano, no?
Pogi.
Tapos,
Yeah.
ano, tutuwa ka ba? Mas matangkad siya sa'yo, Cassandra, hindi ba? Maganda doon. Oh, bagay na bagay ang height, no? Hindi, ano. Kevin, how about you? Okay? What do you plan to do in relation to the movement of Mr. and Miss Chinatown?
Yeah, me personally, prior to joining Mr. and Miss Chinatown, I've been doing a lot of financial literacy seminars also. But now since I have this new platform with Mr. and Miss Chinatown, siguro I could set up a partnership wherein I could partner up with Chinoy TV and do the same, financial literacy talks, financial wellness. It's all about that talaga eh. Like that's really my passion in teaching about finances because as kids, usually what happens now because of social media rin nagiging parang too masyado capitalist na yung mga nangyayari. People are looking for brands lagi all the time, and then what I want to teach is just simply how to save, where to put your money, pero mga ganun lang. And then since we met each other yesterday, we're gonna do something as a group sana, where we're gonna do mga donation drive, stuff like that also.
Kevin, alam mo, naluloka ko talaga. Dalawa ang clock sa likod mo. One says 10 o'clock, the other one is 12:40. Are you in a completely different time zone? Nakakaloka na, hindi ko... Parang parang yung sa mga newsroom na ibang oras.
Sa stock exchange
Oo.
mga oras.
Nakakaloka. Oo. Okay, how about you, Camille? What do you plan to do to make your reign as Miss Chinatown first runner-up significant in relation to the movement?
Oh.
Ay, nawala bigla si Camille.
Ay,
Nakakaloka.
yung
Tinawag siguro ni Aaron
Sorry.
Ay, tinawag ni Aaron Villaflor yan. Parang
I'm
gano'n.
back.
Oh. Yes. Oh, sige.
I'm
Ikaw,
back na.
Camille.
Yeah.
How do you plan? What do
My
you plan to do?
My advocacy has always been for mental health awareness, but then since it's pretty difficult to do that in person, for that I would only like use my social media platform to help build more awareness. But during Mr. and Miss Chinatown reign, I want to do something different naman for the businesses in Binondo. I want to connect them to businesses outside Binondo, especially during this pandemic, diba? Parang ang daming businesses na down. So because that is my strength talaga, business and connecting people, connecting businesses. I want to do that naman during my reign, where build business to business connections then. So that kind of gives back to society in a way na parang tataas yung economy rin natin. So parang on a bigger scale naman.
All right, Camille. How about you, Mr. Don Tang? I finished my glass of Tang juice now. Yeah.
Tito Norms.
Sige. Yeah. Impress me. With that voice, you have to say something that will really make me say, wow, that's a very good plan. Sige.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure. But the truth of the matter is, Tito Norman, I don't have concrete plans yet. But what I do plan to do, following Mr. and Miss Chinatown, is to stick through and to follow through, actually, with everything that we've claimed we stood for during the competition. It always brings me back kasi to how we're always asked, what do you stand for or what is your advocacy? And truth be told, in my head, at least for me, I'm speaking for myself, ang dali-dali mambola. So it's usually after the competition where you can actually prove that, hey, this person is actually true to his word. Because to me, at the end of the day, actions speak louder than words. So we should always be the embodiment of what we claim matters to us and what we claim we want to spread out to the world. So again, like Camille, I'm a believer in mental health, and it always begins with, to me at least, being a very kind and respectful person towards everyone. So now that, more people, we're probably getting the attention of a little more people than we used to, then be kind and be respectful in all the platforms where they can access you and everywhere you go. To me, I think it should begin there.
Nakakatuwa, no? Ibang magsalita si Don Tang, parang yung talaga,
Parang president.
parang siya
Very
talaga,
pleasing.
parang
Yeah.
president ng ABS-CBN.
President Don.
President Don.
You have to remember, wala siyang love life these days. So, single and available. Yeah. Okay, for our ito, hindi pa to, magiging title holder pa to in another pageant in a year or two. Anie Tiglaw, sabihin ko bigla. Anie Uson. Ikaw, anong plano mo? Ganda-ganda ni Anie, no? Ay, single din pala yan. Walang love life yan ngayon. Doon, walang love life yung partner mong second runner-up.
Oo nga eh.
Nakakaloka. Anie, sige, sumagot ka na. Sige, bago pa ako sa mapunta ating pinag-uusapan. Parang napipi ka bigla? Ano ka ba? Naiipit ka ba sa mga ko? Okay, Anie. Go, Anie.
Ay, nakamute siya, Tito.
Nakamute ka. Baka mamaya, kayo lang. Baka si Don lang nakakarinig sa'yo. Nakakaloka ka.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. So, Tito, thank you so much. I've been an advocate for education ever since I joined pageant. So, right now kasi, parang nakikita ko na problem ng mga children nowadays is yung shift ng academic system natin into online learning. And meron kasi isang school in Tarlac which parang di sila accessible sa educational gadgets. So I'm planning to like do a campaign or something para makatulong sa kanila. So siguro 2 weeks from now I'll be going home sa Tarlac and I'll be having a survey, and after gathering all the researchers about it, I'll be like I'll try to open it up with MMCP, with my MMCP family, para like isipin namin kung what we can do to help them. So yun, Tito.
All right. Don, how do you feel like going to Tarlac?
Oh my God, Tito.
Ano ba? Ang sarap mag-matchmaking. Natutuwa lang ako. Kasi nagmamatch eh. Kasi daw she needs to, survey yung need na educational gadgets in Tarlac. So, ikaw hindi ka naman taga-province doon. Doon, si Annie walang kasama pagpunta ng Tarlac. So, you might be available. Ay, nakakaloka. Pero alam mo naman yan, sasali pa yan. After Chinatown, meron pa yung ibang mag-Miss World Philippines pa yan after her commitments to Chinatown. So, ano pa yan? Now, ito, before we do our final words, what is the biggest learning that you got out of joining Mr. and Miss Chinatown? Yung, walang bola to. Honest to goodness, what have you learned about yourself all throughout this Mr. and Miss Chinatown competition? Let's start with you, Justin.
For me, I think one greatest learning is I realized how important it is to stay true to yourself. I mean, joining this kind of movement or competition, it makes a person change who she or he is. So for me, like example for answering question, majority of the people might memorize the answers, research for questions. It's not bad to research, but I do not believe in memorizing. Because for me, one trick that I do talaga is whatever I say is like I make sure that's really Justin Yap. That's the person I am. So in my advocacies and in my plans, I really do believe that the children is really important to have a better society in the future, something like that. So it's really about authenticity, if I may repeat, because I keep on repeating that the people nowadays needs people who are authentic to each other. Kasi I think all of us deserves authenticity naman din.
All right. Ang galing ng nagko-coach sa iyo talaga sa Q&A, Justin. I wonder, baka talagang alagang-alaga yung the way you deliver your lines now. Iba na, no? Cassie, how about you?
For me naman, Tita, I think the best learning that I got from this pageant is definitely the appreciation for this culture. Being Filipino-Chinese and being in this competition, I was able to research and learn so much about it. I think these challenges, the first 3 challenges, one of the best, and I loved researching about the history and researching about the Filipino Chinese in the Philippines. So with that, after winning this pageant, I can say that magnify yung appreciation for this, and I have a bigger responsibility now to showcase these Filipino Chinese values to our community, and I want to showcase that during my reign.
And are you happy with your crown, Cassie?
Very happy. We finally saw it yesterday. It's very beautiful. Thank you, Hoseki.
Okay. How about you, Kevin? Kevin, what's your biggest learning from all of this?
Well, my biggest learning here is I've learned to really be thankful We take a lot of things for granted. And then since I joined Mr. Chinatown, I've been really thankful to support ng friends ko and my family. Especially yung mom and sister ko. They've been really supportive with me here. And you're gonna realize that they really took time off work nila just to help me with the costumes, stuff like that. And then aside from being thankful, I realized that I have a voice here. And then lahat mga sinasabi ko kasi dito. And then ever since I joined Mr. and Miss Chinatown, I've been receiving a lot of messages from people. Parang sinasabi nila na they look up to me, mga ganon. And it's really heartwarming. And it made me even more thankful na gagawin ko yung best ko to try to lead by example. Since nga, people say they look up to me, so I'll do things that I like, the things that I care about, and share ko sa kanila, and hopefully I get to inspire more people.
Okay. Ay, parang nai-imagine ko si Kevin na swimmer talaga, no? Doing the 200-meter breaststroke. No, parang ano talaga, na-imagine. Kasi he said he's a swimmer, nakakatuwa lang. Okay, how about you, Daniela Mondragon? Camille Buenaventura. What is your biggest learning from this competition?
Yes, for me, Tito Norms, the biggest learning that I learned during the competition is that there are people who will help and support you. Even my co-candidates, like, we're all very helpful and supportive with each other. Like during the challenges, we're all there for each other, commenting on our works, ganyan. And family and friends will always be there to support you talaga. I joined this competition kasi parang I was doubting myself pa. And with co-candidates like these people, all 24 of us, and then the whole Mr. and Miss Chinatown community, they're all very supportive. And parang you just have to like lift each other up lang. And that's very important because I didn't realize that when I first joined the competition.
Alam mo, gano'n naman talaga in any competition or pageant. At first, when you still don't know your fellow candidates, you tend to look at them as strangers. But when you finally get to realize that, these are really good people to hang out with, to talk with, you begin to realize, okay, these are like my brothers and sisters. I cannot just say the same thing right away for the next pair, but just the same. Okay. Don, what is your biggest learning from Mr. Chinatown, Don?
Yeah, I learned, Tito Norman, to be honest, that
To be honest, huh? Okay, all right. Sige, we'll check that later. All right, sige, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, I mean, I learned, as cheesy as it sounds, I really learned that we're a lot stronger and a lot more capable than we normally think we are. Especially for me, kasi this is my first time to join a pageant. I am not a model. I am not a celebrity. So I have no exposure to being put in a position where the public watches you and the public is you're open enough for the public to judge you. But then again, if there's something that you want to do, just give it a try. That's what I learned. Try, and if you don't fail, then that just adds weight to the experience and why maybe there are better plans for you out there. But then again, if it works out, then you'd be glad that you really tried, and you'll prove to yourself that there's nothing you can overcome.
All right. So you said that you learned how to be honest, Don, right?
Yeah.
Honest?
Yes.
Do you find Anie pretty?
Anie is a very, very beautiful girl. She is. Especially yesterday when I saw her.
Love at first meeting.
She's better than advertised. That's what I say. Yeah.
All right. With that in mind, Annie, ikaw, what is your biggest learning here aside from meeting Don Tang in person yesterday?
Oh my God, Tito. I think that my biggest learning during the Mr. and Miss Chinatown pageant is actually positivity, because I joined the pageant without my parents knowing, because I know that they're not gonna support me because they're not really a type of person who supports me in pageants. They're more of a business minded type. So to avoid the negative energy, I didn't tell them. But yeah, I think positivity is one of the most important lessons that I've learned, because while the pageant is ongoing, a lot of people actually have supported me more than I think and more than I've ever imagined. And also another positive thing is that the moment MMCP announced the winners for the challenges, I actually have doubted myself then, because I wasn't able to get into top three for the three challenges. So and that was the time that I think na oh my god, siguro like wala na akong chance in this pageant. But at the end of the day, I stay positive, and I think that positivity gives me this crown.
Ay
Ayun,
nako,
Tito.
Ani, ako malinaw sa akin, just like what I said kay Cassandra, when
Mhm.
all the official candidates were introduced at the beginning, I already knew that you and Cassandra will definitely be in the final three. And that
Oh
is
my
coming
god.
and that's coming from a pageant media perspective. Kasi you are going into this competition na na-experience yun na yung actual na traditional national pageant. So you come in with the experience, so you know how to do this. And because of that, we will be doing our final words. Each one of you will be talking to your potential followers, your fans, the people who support you. You can tell them whatever plans you have, whatever activities you want to promote, your social media accounts. So we will do it by pairs. I think we'll do it by pairs, starting with our 2 second runners up, John and Annie. Yeah, your parting words. Ladies first. Annie, let you give your parting words not to everyone.
Okay. First, I would love to thank you, Tito Normal, for giving us this opportunity. And thank you to everyone who have watched. And I hope you continue to support us. And you can actually follow me on my social media accounts. It's Anie Uson with a single N. And on my Instagram account at Uson Ena, USONEINAAA. So that's it. Thank you so much for all the support.
Naluloko ako, Ani, dyan sa IG account mo, ha? Talagang, pag hinahanap ko, itatag ko, ano ba to? Ang dami namin lumalabas dito. Baka mamaya, paghanap ko, makita ko na dito, Ani Uson Tang na makita ko dito.
Oh my God, Tito.
Ano ba yun? All right. Don, how about you? Your parting words, Don?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been very supportive of everyone and of Mr. and Miss Chinatown. To everyone who always just sends out their well wishes to us, like you guys, Tito Norman, the pageant, the industry experts when it comes to this, our organizers, Miko, Pep, Con, all of them. It's just one big thank you, and I know it sounds parang wala lang, but honestly, like thank you. It's an understatement, but thank you. And yeah, if you guys want to follow me, check out my adventures on Instagram. It's at Dontang, DONTANGGG, three G's.
Ako, I want to know what your next adventure will be, Don. I want to
Uh,
follow that up.
yeah, Tito
Oo.
Norman, follow me to find out.
I want to follow the adventures of Anidon. The
Yeah.
adventures of
Oh
Anidon.
my God, Tito.
Para may ano na, Anidon.
Support.
Nakakaloka. All
Support,
right,
support.
Camille. Camille, parting words, Camille.
Yes, I just want to thank you, Tito Norman, for having us. And thank you for all those who are watching right now. Thank you for the support to our family, our friends, of all our of all our candidates. Thank you so much. And remember, always remember to take care of your mental health. So yes, you can follow me on Instagram if you want to. It's at Camille Buenav. It's CamilleBuenav.
Okay, thank you very much, Camille. Kevin, your parting words, please.
I,
You're on mute, Kevin.
Sorry.
Oo.
Thank you very much.
Hanap kita ng love life. Sige ka. Go.
Thank you very much,
Go.
Tito Norman, for having us and all the viewers here. I'm really thankful for this opportunity. To be honest, di ko na alam na abot ako this far, and I'm just really enjoying the ride with my co-candidates, with the winners here. And we have a whole year to do a project or do whatever. So you can follow our Instagrams. Mine is at KevinBTY. And then I have a TikTok also. And yun lang. Yun yung mga ano ko. Thank you very much again.
All right. Someone is asking among my viewers, Cassandra, single ka ba daw or may love life, Cassandra? Alam ko may love life. May love life ka ba, di ba? Di ba may love life ka? Meron ba?
I don't remember, Tito.
Ganon. Ganon ba? Justin, walang love life si Cassandra. All right. So just want to know. Oo, nagmamatch. Okay, Cassandra, your parting words, please.
Yes, first of all, thank you again, Tito, for having us. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Grabe, sobrang fun today. And then thank you for the supporters again, to everyone who watched. And I would just like to say thank you to Achi Pep, Achi Con, Achi Mish, and of course I am Nico for just giving us this great experience. That 1 month of pre-pageant event, it was so amazing. It will always be part of my heart. And thank you to my friends and family for watching. And you could always follow me at Cassie Chan. That's CAZZUCHEN. And you can follow me at Cassandra Bermeo Chan on Facebook. So we have lots of things going on next month. And actually, I think next week. So just please prepare for that. We're going to post all of them soon.
All right. Justin, nag-follow ka na ba kay Kazi? Are you following her on IG and Facebook
We
na?
follow each other, Tito.
Yes.
Ay, no pa daw. Hindi ka pa daw nagpa-follow sa kanya, Justin. Nakakaloka. Ano ba yan? Okay, Justin, your parting words.
Yeah, so first of all, Tito Norman, thank you so much for having all of us. It's always nice to see you, and then we're always having fun to be with you. So thank you so much. And to all my supporters out there who's been my source of inspiration in just doing my best in the movement and in this pageant. Thank you so much for all your messages, all your love, and then I hope and I pray that you will continue to support me and all of us in this journey as we try to be ambassadors of goodwill. And of course, to the Chinese community, 首先我非常感谢你们的加油，因为我相信如果你们不是这里，我不是这里，所以谢谢大家。So thank you very much, and to all my supporters also outside the Philippines, thank you so much for tuning in, and to all the viewers right now, thank you so much for giving your time.
Oh my God, I forgot. Say something in Mandarin or to your viewers para at least they would. I think it's very appropriate. Something lang, part of your parting words lang. Say it in Mandarin or in Fukien.
Okay po.
Nagsalita. Justin, sige.
Go, Justin.
首先，我非常感谢你们的加油。我相信，如果不是你们和各位大哥班的。我不是这里，所以非常谢谢大家。
Okay, Cassie.
大家好，我是郑欣怡. Thank you again for everything. I want to say to my Filipino Chinese community that 谢谢talaga. Thank you.
All right, Kevin.
I'm not really good at Chinese anymore.
You're good in swimming.
Yeah.
Cassie, what's that? Yes. Oh. Sino ba nagpo-Fukien? Yes.
All of us.
Yeah, okay. Say it in Fukien. Wala kang sasabihin.
Ako rin.
Oo, ano?
I'm not so good at Fukien. Not good.
But you're good at breaststroke. Yeah. Oo, di ba? Hindi nakakatuwa doon eh. All right, just okay. So just say goodbye to everyone, Kevin.
You can say 再见.
Goodbye everyone. 再见.
Oh my God. Oh. Pareho lang pala tayo, Kevin, ang level of understanding in Mandarin. I know very little. Camille, I thought ako magaling to Sige, Camille.
Tito.
Send your message in Chinese.
I'm actually not very fluent, but I'll try. 大家好，我叫付美丽。谢谢 to all you for all your support, our Chinese community, our Chinoy community. Thank you very much. 谢谢 very much.
Yes.
All right. I have very high expectations from Dawn. All right, Dawn, sige. Sige,
Tito
deliver it.
Norman, yeah, I hate to break it to you, but yeah, I'm not very. I'm quite rusty when it comes to my Chinese, but yeah, in a statement where everyone can understand, again, thank you very much.
Yes.
Ay, nakakaloka, Ani. Ang Dawn. Diyos ko, Lord. Turuan mo siya. Anak ko, ito, Ani, pag ako napahiya sa iyo. Okay, Ani. Ikaw naman ang magbigay ng iyong statement in Chinese. Sige.
OK，大家好，我叫陈玉妮，我想跟你们大家说，谢谢大家的支持啊、如果不是你们，我相信我不是今天的我，谢谢。
Yes.
Ay, nakakaloka. Pang Miss World Philippines sa Sanya, China. Ang kanyang ano ba yan? Parang talaga, alam mo, ikaw, Ani, pag talagang makakaroon ka pa ng another national crown, dapat talagang boyfriend mo is not into showbiz. Hindi yung mahilig mag-model. Someone who's just a corporate guy who would enjoy account management and digital marketing somewhere around. Nakakatuwa lang. Yeah. And ako naman, I'd really like to thank all 6 of you for joining me this afternoon. I really want to make this as much fun a conversation as possible because I want to bring out the best in every one of you and perhaps touch on things that you never knew existed. Like, mali ko bang magkakaroon ng hashtag na Anidon? Nakakaloka lang. Anidon? Hashtag Anidon?
Oh my God, Tito. I really had so much fun.
Nakakaloka. Pero thank you very much. And thank you also to the Mr. and Miss Philippines Mr. and Miss Chinatown Philippines organization for facilitating the guesting of the 6 winners as well. And I always try to have fun. I don't make fun of the guests. Sometimes, pag talaga lang merong destiny, meron lang natural na, we can never say something happens, no? But I'm very happy to. And please do watch out for the other activities of the winners of MMCP in the upcoming weeks and months. Sana during the holiday season, but I'm pretty sure something will happen during the Chinese New Year next year. And abangan po natin yan. And hindi natin alam, baka maturuan na talaga mabuti magsalita ng Chinese yung iba dyan na hindi sanay mag-Chinese. Nung mga sanay talaga mag-Chinese. And nakakatuwa lang. Bagay na bagay yung dating. I don't know. I just love that. Ewan ko ba, I used to be a really good matchmaker somehow. I don't know. But anyways.
Kayo siya, Tito.
It's been very fun talking to all 6 of you this afternoon. Thank you very much. And as I have said earlier, the start of the show, this is episode 9 of season 2. And next week will be the season 2 finale. And believe it or not, hindi ko pa alam kung anong gagawin ko for the season 2 finale next week. Honestly, I still don't know. I will plan over it tonight or tomorrow morning, but it's going to be a surprise. But hopefully, makapag-match ulit tayo next week. Baka mas maging successful tayo. And mag-iingat po kayong palagi. Always make sure that you stay safe. Maintain your physical distancing and eat right and be happy, be positive, and lahat na lang po, nauubusan na po ako ng mga sasabihing mga motivational phrases or words, but just look at the faces of these 6 and you can see a lot of positivity in their faces, and they will be not just your virtual but your actual reigning winners for Chinatown, for not only for 2020 but for the coming year. And kung doon ikaw talaga kapag nakangiti ka talaga, tumitingin sa'yo si Annie, naluloka lang ako.
Oh my God, Tito.
Oo, ewan ko. Hoy ha, baka naman mamaya pag nakita-kita uli kayo, ma-conscious ka na kay Annie ha. Kasi alam ko si Annie hindi mako-conscious yan because ang mga beauty queens, yan, very confident yan. Tingnan mo naman, sino lang naka one-sided ngayon na outfit. Oo, nakaloka ko. Dapat pala nag-inverted twisted na dito, parang gano'n. Ano China? Ako, tumigil ka nga dyan. Ako, pag nagkita, pag nagkaroon ng chance, makita ko yung lahat in person. Diyos ko, Lord. You can never tell kung saan aabot yung mga matchmaking na yung doon. Parang siyang Japanese meal, parang yung mga katsudon, anidon. Parang,
oh my goodness. Bagay na bagay dito.
Oo. Parang Japanese meal talaga, anidon. Hindi ba
we will make that as one of our projects coming apat. We'll make that.
Hindi ba doon merong mga beach ka nag-surfing? Ay, anilaw pala yun. Hindi pala yun. Hindi dapat pala law doon yan siya, anidon. Anyway, thank you very much for keeping us company this afternoon. We'll see you again next week. Goodbye for now and stay safe.
Bye, Dino.
And
Thank you.
Let's give everyone a big flying kiss, please.
Thank you.
Ay, para kanino yung flying kiss na yon?
Oh my God, Tito.
Don, ba't ka nagbablush, Don?
Hindi ko alam.
Oh my goodness.